All right, so we've got a 30-minute slower flow with some mobility included today. So should feel good for muscles and joints today. If you've got blocks, you'll want to grab those blocks or you'll want to grab those. And then if you've got a playlist of music that you like, you can go ahead and get that started as well. But we're going to get started on the belly actually today. So we'll come down to crocodile pose. And with crocodile, we come down to the belly, let the feet be wide, and you can stack one forearm or one hand on top of the other. It's your choice. And then either let your forehead or one cheek settle to the mat. Again, just listen to your neck and how it feels and what it's asking for. And then as you settle into this shape, just let the body be heavy here. Take a deep, full breath and notice the press of the chest, the press of the belly against the mat as you take that inhale. And open up the mouth, exhale. Just let that go. Another deep, full breath in, fill up. And open up, exhale. Let that go. And just take a few breaths just to scan and notice how you feel today. We notice without any sort of judgment. It's more just of this awareness and full presence in the body and in the mind. And take a breath in. As you exhale, slide your right knee in line with your right hip for a half frog. So think 90-degree bend in the knee, 90-degree bend in the ankle. And just let the hips settle. If you feel like you'd like a bit more, you're always welcome to lift to Sphinx in the arms. So your forearms stack, and it just gives you just a little bit more. And take a breath in. As you exhale, slide the right foot back in line to meet the left and slide the left leg up to half frog. And just let the hips soften. Notice the initial resistance and where you can soften around that resistance. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slide the left foot back to meet the right. If you're not already in Sphinx, press yourself up to Sphinx. Shoulders stack over your elbows. Just let your shoulders settle in, not forcing anything here. Now take an inhale, root down through the shoulders. Maybe now lift out of the shoulders, lift the crown of the head. Really draw the front edge of the mat towards you. So feeling a little bit more into the back bend. Continue to breathe. And take an inhale. As you exhale, root down into the palms of your hands. Begin to float the elbows from the mat. If that feels too intense, stay on the forearms. Pause in the seal pose. And slowly lower. And now take your hands a little bit wider. I like to take mine even off the mat, and let's add a little bit more fluidity to that. So as I inhale, I'm just going to lift the chest a bit higher. My feet are still wide. My glutes are not engaged, and lower. So just roll. You see inhale to open the heart and the exhale to lower, not forcing how high you come here. Let's do one more. Inhale and exhale, lower. And gently press yourself up and back. We'll find a tabletop. We are going to be on the knees for a bit, and I recognize I should have said this at the beginning, but if you've got a blanket or a towel near you and you want some padding for your knees, you can go ahead and set that up under the knees. And then you'll grab your blocks. The blocks will go under your hands. We're going to create just a little bit more space for our cat-cows today. So shoulders stack over wrists. I want you first just to move organically. So don't worry about formal cat-cows or any specific shape. Just move maybe in circles and sways. And now move into your tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart, find your cow pose. And as you exhale, round through your spine, really spread the shoulders wide. And move with your breath. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And now come back to your neutral spine. Step your right foot out to the side. So think laterally, but I'm going to keep the knee bent. I'm on my left knee. And we're just going to drop that right knee forward and back for a few rounds. So we're working into the hip here. So just a little drop from front to back. It doesn't have to be exaggerated. Just let it feel good. And now press your hips up and back and carefully bring your hands to the top of your thigh. Or one hand, I should say. Actually, bring your elbow to your thigh. Sorry, I'm losing my words in my train of thought. Let's do an extended side angle through the upper body. And then I just want you to drop into that knee now. So knee can press past the ankle. That's okay. Really getting into the inner groin. You can also have the left hand on your hip if you don't want to reach it overhead. That's fine. Let's do one more and then just settle in and hold. Now, if that arm's not reached, maybe reach it overhead. Take a breath in. As you exhale, I press back through center. You can find the blocks again. Now extend that right leg over behind you all the way across your left and look over your left shoulder. So now I'm taking an arch through my right side body and getting a side body stretch there. Tuck the right knee behind the left. So it's like this little crisscross. You're just going to sit your hips down and back as far as you can. If they don't go back very far, that's okay, but think like a crisscross child's pose here. Breathe. Just for a breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulders back over the wrist. Take that right knee, set it back down. Now I open up modified side plank on my right knee, right hand. So open up here. Left fingertips reach over your ear. You can be up on the block or not, your choice. Another breath in. Exhale, come back to your tabletop. Find some cat-cows, some circles. Just work that out. So just moving the spine and the hips in all different directions. If you're not moving exactly like me, it is completely fine. And come back through center. Left foot steps out to the side. Again, it's lateral. Just going to walk my hands back, set the left elbow to the top of that left knee. I'm going to keep my right hand on my hip right now. And just so that I can move in and out of that left knee. The left knee might be coming forward of the toes. That's all right. When you do that, it's actually helping with ankle mobility. So there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, just as long as there's not pain. Settle in. And then now maybe reach the right arm overhead, taking what would be an extended side angle in the upper body. Breath here. And release, hands come back to the blocks. I'm just going to swing that left leg all the way across my right, look over my right shoulder. Breathe. Now tuck the right knee behind the left. You've got a little crisscross. You don't have to come back that far. If you can, you're just going to drop your hips down as far back as you'd like. Listening to the body here. Take the breath. As you exhale, unwind, take that left knee, set it back where it started, and now open up, modified side plank. Right fingertips reach over the ear. Take the breath in. And as you exhale, back to your tabletop, maybe a little shimmy through the hips. You can come off those blocks now. Let's tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So just a deeper stretch through back body. Breath in. On the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach to sky. On the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, grab one of your blocks. Right hand comes to that block. We twist open, bend into the right knee, left arm reaches to sky. So I've just got that block to bring the ground up. Now take that left arm, wrap it around your low back, little half bind. So instead of collapsing the left shoulder forward, can you draw the left shoulder open and back? Breathe in. Exhale, unwind. We switch sides. Left hand finds that block. Bend the left knee, right fingertips to the ceiling. And then wrap that hand behind your low back, little half bind here. Unwind, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release, and roll all the way to a stand. Reach your fingertips to sky, full breath in. Exhale, hands come to heart and pause. Inhale, sweep overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. On the exhale, step it back, downward facing dog, pedal out. Shimmy the hips or just settle. And breathe. And take a breath in. On the exhale, walk your hands back to your feet, back edge of the mat. Then inhale, unravel, rise. Shoulders settle down the back. And depending on how you feel, you could always stabilize with a wall. We'll root into the left foot. Right heel bends towards right glute. Take a hitchhiker thumb. So thumb towards the ceiling. I'm going to grab the inside of my right foot and just draw the right knee back in line with the left knee to get a stretch across that quad. And then you'll notice with that flipped palm, hopefully some opening across the pec on the right as well. And we just pause in this shape. You can continue to apply back pressure through the right knee to get the stretch across the quad. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly release, find a standing knee raise. That right knee is going to come forward. I sweep my hands overhead and just pause here. Big step towards the middle of your mat. Find your airplane pose. So now I balance on the right foot. Fingertips sweep behind me. Left toes are turned towards the ground just for an inhale. Exhale, gentle step down to high crescent just for the breath. And now open up to stars. So I'm going to face the edge of my mat here. Turn your toes out about 45 degrees. Fingertips reach wide. Lift the chin. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hands find your low back. Turn your toes towards the edges of your mat. So now your feet are going to be parallel. Big, deep, full breath in. And as you exhale, find your wide leg forward fold. Grab a block if you've got one and place the block on any setting so that your forehead can just comfortably rest to the block. And then as your forehead just comfortably rests here, the weight shifts into the balls of your feet. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Breathe into the hamstrings. Might be able to adjust that block. Whew, so much tighter than when I did this last night. Oh my goodness. And that's okay. So just breathe into those tight spots. Now plant your hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Turn your toes out about 45 degrees and just sway from front to back, just a little bend into each knee. You don't have to come low unless you want to. Listen to your body. If you want to go lower, by all means, go lower. Otherwise, I just want you to work into the inner thigh here. Come back through center. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, lizard lunge, top of the mat. So you're just going to walk the hands, square everything to the front. Hands are on the inside of your right foot. Set your right knee to the earth. You can have a block underneath your hands as well. Just circle the hips a bit. You can let the knee fall open and close. Pause in this shape. And then play with walking your hands forward just a bit, really lengthening out the spine. Maybe the knee drops out to the side as you do that. Take the breath. And as you exhale, walk the hands back, tuck the back toes, send the right leg up and back, downward facing dog, pedal it out. Take a breath. As you exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, gently roll as you rise. We'll take that quad stretch on the left leg now. So root through your right foot. Left heel draws to glute. Hitchhiker thumb, catch the inside of that foot. Draw the knees side by side. Again, you can always have a hand on a wall to stabilize. And just play with where you feel the most sensation through your quad. Find a focal point. Another inhale. As you exhale, release, find your standing knee raise, fingertips reach, full breath in. Step to the middle of your mat, find your airplane from here. Shoulder blades roll together. I've got my right toes pointed towards the ground. Inhale. Exhale, gentle step down, high crescent warrior just for an inhale. And as you exhale, open up to star. Fingertips reach wide, just fill up. Hands come to the small of your back. Turn all 10 toes towards the right edge of your mat. Flat back, you find your wide leg forward fold. So again, you can find that block for your head to comfortably rest on. Shift your weight into the front part of your foot. Let your head be supported here. Breathe into the tight spots. Use the exhales to create ease. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. Turn your toes out just slightly. And again, you can rock from side to side, coming as low, as high as you'd like. And come back through center, lengthen. Exhale, lizard lunge, top of the mat. So that left foot comes wide. Sit your right knee to the ground. Maybe you start with a block there underneath. the hands as you roll the hips and circle. And we can walk the hands forward just for a little bit different intensity. Breath in, walk your hands back. Tuck the back toes, step it back, downward facing dog, pedal it out. And take an inhale. As you exhale, knees come to the earth. Find your child's pose. Hips settle down and back. And just settle for a moment. Inhale, lift through your heart. Come over to a seat. You'll take the legs out front, shake them out. Your knees can be bent. You can even place a block behind your legs if you want a little bit higher bend in the knees. We're going to take a seated forward fold here. But first, just root down, hands on either side of your hips. Sit nice and tall here. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips and find your fold forward. Maybe a block again under the forehead. Just letting the spine take its natural shape. Maybe even noticing the back of the neck here. All the fascia, the webbing that covers your muscles gets tight. And when we sit in these poses just a little bit longer, it allows all of that to start loosening up and creating space in the body. So we don't want to push past where we feel that initial line of resistance. We want to stop there and allow the body to ease past it. And inhale, slowly rise. Let your head come up last. If you've got a block behind your legs, just shake that out, set it out to the side. Make sure you're seated in about the middle of the mat. Bend the knees back towards you, open the palms towards the ceiling, and just with control, gently lower all the way down to your back from here. Hug your knees in, rock a bit along the spine from side to side. Take a breath in. As you exhale, let your knees fall gently to the right. Chest is open. Work that left shoulder towards the ground. Look at your left hand. Inhale back through center. Let the knees fall to the left, and same thing. We just work that right shoulder towards the ground and look at the right hand. Inhale back through center. Hug the knees in tight. Give yourself a gentle squeeze as you draw your nose to your knees. Breathe in and release. Find Shavasana. Let the feet fall open, the palms open, and a gentle breath come through the body. And just settle for this last minute of your practice. And on an inhale, bring awareness back into the body and find movements through the fingers and the toes, the ankles and the wrists. Maybe a full body stretch would feel good here. Breathe in. And as you exhale, draw one knee in and then the other. And rock to one side or the other for fetal position. Then use the strength of your arms, press yourself up to a seated position, sitting tall and comfortably when you arrive. And draw your hands to prayer at heart center. You can close down the eyes or gaze at your fingertips, but take a deep, full inhale through your heart space and into the pit of your belly. Fill up. Open up, exhale. Let that go. And thank you so much for showing up in this space for yourself and for one another. The light within me recognizes and honors the light within you. Namaste.